Hi, how y'all doing? It is Tuesday, the 10th of September, 2024. Here in Ontario, Canada, the skies are finally blue. The mothership left. It did. It took it a while, but it's gone. It left this afternoon. We had a bunch of funky looking clouds out there earlier, but they're gone too. There's just a veil, a white line, right, going through the middle. Not sure what that's about. It's not supposed to rain. It's supposed to be nice from now on. The temperatures are going back up, right? Do you know what I mean? Today it was 21 for heat. And I think it said tomorrow's 25, and then 27, 28 as the days go on, right? This is because the magnetic pole shifted, right? So, of course, the weather's going to change. Schuman today is at 21 too. That's different. Right? A coincidence? No, there are no coincidences. It's a synchronicity. Yesterday, they finally posted the Schumann. It was 36. So I put it in my community section comments. What else? I haven't done nothing. I slept last night better than the night before, but I was still up early, about 6 o'clock. But because I went to bed early last night, I wasn't feeling great. I was feeling icky, right? This energy's intense, to say the least. And I know it's affecting more people than just me. Even the ones that got the job, I think it's hard on them too. The guy I drive around, help out, he phoned me today, talked to me for a minute, and he's in a lot of pain in his back. But he's also got cirrhosis of the liver, right? So, yeah, I told him what it was. Last time I drove him around, that we're adjusting to the new frequency, right? And it's easier for the young people than it is for the senior people because they haven't been poisoned as much. So that's how that works. And today, the Ascension symptoms are pretty icky too. All throughout the day, I couldn't get comfortable, right? My legs, my feet, my back, right? I tried laying down. It's just too uncomfortable. My third eye started ache or trying to hurt and stuff like that, and I was like, what the heck is going on here, right? You know, you're not going to let me have any comfort. But it's starting to ease up a little bit, I think. So I don't want to say anything because it could just be a momentary thing. But my feet are just burning. They are. It's the fibro, right? Well, those are the symptoms. It's tricky, like I said to my chiropractor, right? I said, do I have fibro? Because I've been paying attention to the Ascension symptoms and what everybody's saying around the realm, right? What they're feeling in their body and their mind, because it's a mental thing too. It's not just physical, right? It's emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, all right? I said, because they're complaining about the same symptoms I've been having for the last 20 years. I said, maybe it's just I've just been doing the Ascension symptoms really, faster than everybody else and more intense. So they call it fibromyalgia. It was just a guess. And he was just, he thought about it. You know what I mean? Because that's what it seems like. People that I've been hearing saying what their symptoms are some of my fibro symptoms. But then again, fibro mimics over 2,000 diseases, right? So it's hard to say. Uh, I was watching Big James Me TV, I think it's called, right? He's a man in the United States, and he was talking about how he drives buses around people, like I think it's tours and stuff like this. Don't get me wrong, I might be wrong, right? But that's how I kind of understood it, unless my hearing's messed up, which it probably is, right? Another Ascension symptom. And he was saying that he was driving a bunch of people, and all of a sudden he sees a woman screaming and yelling at somebody, and he looks again, and he seen his father, right, pointing, and he wanted to pull over, right, to go see what it was about. And when he tried to slow down and pull over, his hands and his hands and feet and everything went numb, and he couldn't feel them anymore. And there was a voice in his head saying, "No, don't stop, don't pull over, no, keep going, don't stop," right, kind of thing. And the thing about the story is, his father passed a couple of years ago, but even the people on his bus seen his father, right? What do you think that means? I think when he was saying that, in my mind, I was like, it's showing him that it's a dimensional thing, right? His father, my mother, who passed of the vax 2 years ago, was on, or they're just behind a veil kind of thing in another dimension. They're still here. Do you know what I mean? They're not gone. And maybe the woman that was yelling at him was telling him that he's not supposed to be showing himself to his son. And maybe his dad was trying to show him, look at this, it's not what they say it is, right? Because my great aunt, when she passed, she came in a dream and told me that she wasn't dead. They lied, right? It's not what they said. And she said, I asked her in my dream, where are you? And she said, I don't know. They're keeping me somewhere. That would coincide with the reincarnation machine that they had on the moon, right? On the ship. But the good guys took that over in 2019. And I think maybe that's where she had her, where they trapped her, right? Because they trap you until they can recycle your soul and send you back to make you do the repeat again. Because they've had us in a loop, right? Like Groundhog Day kind of thing. Why do you think they show us those movies? Right? So I hope she got to be, that she was saved and she got released. I hope they all did. All of our ancestors, right? So yeah, my son was here. We're talking at dinner time. Something we never usually do, right? Because we eat apart. But we sat and we talked tonight, and he was saying, we got into the government bullshit, right? And he was saying, think about how I feel. I got to grow up seeing all this corruption, right? Being in the midst of this. Like people 20 years or 30 years ago being able to buy a car, a Camaro, for a couple of grand, and now we're up into the double digits in the grands, right? I was like, yeah, I know, right? And he started saying a couple other things, and I said, yeah, but things are getting better. They're going to get better. You just got to see it. The veil's been lifted. That's why you can see all this corruption now, right? And I said three things, right? The MAID program in Canada, where the government had set it up so that young people could off themselves, right? The doctors could off them and get paid for it, right? Because they have a mental illness and they don't want to cope anymore or live anymore. Government made it legal, but that decision got turned around, right? Earlier this year, if not last year. I remember reading about it, but they don't tell you this stuff on the news, right? And another good thing was gender reaffirmation procedures, right? The College of the University of Doctors or Physicians, whatever, decided that they capitulated. They decided that doctors can't promote or talk to the young people about changing their gender anymore. They have to go for psychological help, which is what should have been done in the first place, right? Because these people are just confused, nothing more. They probably got that parasite, right? And the third thing was, oh, he doesn't think it's a good thing, but I think it's a good thing, that in Canada they had safe injection sites. So if you're a junkie, you have a safe place to go get clean needles and stuff and whack and jab yourself in there. Well, they've gotten closed, right? And as a 61-year-old woman, I remember what life was like before those sites and what happened after them. And that's where the drug problem came from, right? All the fentanyl and all the addictions because they made it legal, right? It's okay, right? We're not going to judge you, right? So they're just like more and more and more because those people have a mental problem too, right? They need counseling. They do, and they probably have parasites that like to do drugs, right? So, yeah, he doesn't think it's good though. He thinks it's a bad thing because it's helped a couple of his friends, right? Get off the street or clean up. But I suppose it's just that's not everybody, right? A lot of people just take advantage of shit, you know. Where normal, shall we say, people use it as a step to get better, not to continue their self harm behavior, right? I think those are three good things, don't you? It's proving that things are getting better, you know, or else those things would still be going on. It'd be ramped up even more, you know? So, yeah. See if I wrote anything down. Oh, that's another thing, too. It's so hard to be entertained now that I am wide awake because I hear all the social engineering programming in the music, in the lyrics, in the music. I can hear what they're really saying, not the get lost in the beat. You know what I mean? I'm listening. I can hear the words, and it's all social engineering, not for the good, right? The movies, the commercials, everything. I hear it everywhere, and I see it everywhere, right? I can't watch a movie or anything without seeing what is really being said. I don't get trapped in the emotions, right? My analytical mind is took over. Like Buddy was watching Sabbatical. He's walking through Belgium. He's a adventure YouTuber, and he sits on a bench. And I see the codes. What's the first thing I see? A blue and yellow bench side by side. That's subliminal color magic, right? That's what the cult uses. That's what they've been using forever. Because I've looked back into history. As far as I could go in the pictures and the color and everything was blue and yellow with the bad guys, right? But in history, they tried to make them look like they say that they're the good guys. Blue and the yellow was the colors of all the signage they used for the COVID uh, crap, right? So, yeah, I'm not feeling great, right? I am not. I've had a very icky feeling day, low energy. Like I said, I laid down for an hour. I didn't go to sleep. I just dealt with my icky sensations, shall we say. It was different than sitting up. And every time I close my eyes, I get pictures, right? Visions that go by when I shut my eyes. I see stuff. And all I can see, all I've been seeing in the last couple of days is ugly faces. Ugly, scary looking faces, right? Harmful things. And I'm like, what's up with this? And then I remember hearing an astrologer say the other day that this was the energy that was going on, right? It's pulling the dark out of us from ancestor trauma, past life trauma, stuff like this. It's our trauma, right? It's just the astrology, the energy that they're pumping out. So weird, isn't it? I know it's not mine, right? I know it's not. And I tell my ego, I call her Vicky, right? I said, you're here to cause me no harm, to protect me. This is causing harm. Do not allow these visions to pass, right? And then I can shut it off so I don't see the faces, right? It's just like monster faces, demon faces kind of thing. Although I don't believe in demons. They are earth spirits, right? That, suffered a terrible death and nobody cared. So, yeah, not demons. There's no devil. There's no God. right? You're the God. And the energy of the dark is to be the devil, right? The devil made me do it kind of bullshit, right? You know, this is the social engineering. That's the programming, right? Even the words. It's even hard to listen to words, right? Being awake. People think they mean one thing when it totally means something else. But the more you wake up, the more you'll see it and hear it too. I know there's people that watch me that probably already do, and you're not alone, right? And when I see your comments, it shows me that I'm not alone too. And I appreciate you all. I do. I get such positive viewers on my channel. I'm so grateful for it. I really am. I tell the universe every night when I go to bed, thank you, right? For the positive comments, likes, and the subscribers on my YouTube. I appreciate them, right? That makes me smile. When I started this, I didn't think it would go anywhere. It's taken me a while to get this many, but I'm happy. I'm not a big channel, and I don't care because I don't have to. They don't force you to watch commercials because I hate those things. Hate, that's not a good word. I dislike those things, right? And I don't get a bunch of trolls, right? Or people copying me. So what? I don't get monetized. I don't care, right? I don't care. I really don't, right? And the more viewers you got, the more I don't trust you. You know, I don't. You should probably think that way too, because those people have been programmed. All those viewers, right? That's why there'd be like 1 million people for this or thousands of people for that, right? Social engineering. The sheep have gathered together to watch that channel. That's how I feel about it. All right. The first quarter moon phase happens, I believe, at 2:09 tonight, right? So hopefully we can manage this energy with flow and it takes it easy on us, right? So we'll move it through our body with ease. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a good sleep, restful sleep. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.